The story of Billy Stewart is one of sensational talent and some of the most magical moments in mid-60s soul music, but it's also one of tragedy. Billy Stewart's a name that's somewhat forgotten in most male soul singer discussions. He doesn't have the same name recognition as, say, Al Green, Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, Jackie Wilson, Smokey Robinson, or fellow DC native Marvin Gaye. I mean, those who are around my age and know about Stewart today are either hardcore music fans who do their own research, or they were taught by their parents or older relatives. Now, those of you who've been around a little longer might be more familiar with Billy Stewart. Don't get me wrong, he's got many people who deeply appreciate his otherworldly voice and the songs he was able to record in his relatively short career. Plus, Stewart's music is really big in the lowrider community. You might hear a couple of his songs at Black, Latino, and Samoan barbecues. I know I've heard his music bumping at some of the parks in and around LA and OC, California. Usually, I Do Love You or Sitting in the Park. But these are some things that I really want you to take away from the interesting, inspiring, and sad life and career of Billy Stewart. Again, Billy Stewart was born in Washington, D.C. He started singing with his brothers at age 12, and as a teenager would fill in for the Dan Covey-led Rainbows, where Stewart would meet a young, pre-fame Marvin Gaye. But it was legendary rock and roll pioneer Bo Diddley that discovered Stewart. But he discovered Stewart as a pianist, not a singer. And Stewart soon became one of Diddley's backing musicians, which led to Stewart getting signed to Chess Records, the iconic blues and R&B label, which Diddley was also signed to. This was 1955, so think of how far back that was. Elvis Presley emerged in 1956, so Stewart and Diddley recorded a few songs together, such as Billy's Blues, before Stewart went to OK Records, and was backed by the DC vocal group The Marquis, not the MAR-KEYS Marquis, but the MARQUEES Marquis. The other Marquis are from Memphis, but these DC Marquis also featured a young, pre-fame Marvin Gaye. Remember, Gaye met Stewart through the Rainbows, and then again as Stewart's backing group, the Marquis. Then Stewart went from OK back to Chess in the early 60s and started to have more success with songs like Fat Boy, Strange Feeling, and Reap What You Sow. But then he'd go on his best run in the mid-60s with I Do Love You, probably his most famous song, which hit number 6 on the R&B chart and 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 cross-genre. What a beautiful song. I swear, you just play that and close your eyes. That song takes you somewhere, as does Sitting in the Park, another wonderful song. That one hit number 4 on the R&B charts and 24 on the Hot 100. Those two songs, I Do Love You, which has some pretty good covers, like the GQ version from, I believe, 1979, and Sitting in the Park. Those are the Billy Stewart songs that you'll hear in mixes and on playlists by those who have a deep appreciation for soulful oldies. But Billy Stewart's voice is really a combination of strength, elegance, and such a rich vocal timbre. Plus, he's got one of the more unusual styles in the genre. He's got these idiosyncrasies in his delivery where he can't help but roll his tongue and twist certain words, like on I Do Love You. He'll work in variations of words that don't really exist, but he makes them exist. Yeah, yeah. I love you right sorta right now. Gonna let you go. No, no, no. Not too dissimilar from scat singing, but you can hear that tongue roll in his brilliant cover of Summertime, the George Gershwin classic that many have covered. Sam Cooke in 57, Billie Holiday way back in 36, Janis Joplin in 68. Well, give Billy Stewart's 1966 version a listen and check out that scat style that he delivers with. His variation of the song is so different from the others, and his hit number 10 on the Hot 100 and 7 on the R&B charts. That version of Summertime's also featured in the Tarantino movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Billy Stewart's also got a live performance video of that song that you could look up on YouTube, the one where he's wearing the cowboy hat. Such a fun performance. Look at how many times he twirls the mic by the cord or tosses the microphone up and catches it. Billy Stewart's a bad, bad man. But he was also a man who had some serious health issues and obesity. He developed diabetes, which some say contributed to a motorcycle accident in '69. But it was January of 1970, at the age of 32, when Stewart was driving near Smithfield, North Carolina, and his car lost control near a bridge, rode along the median, hit the bridge abutment, and fell into the Neuse River. This tragic accident killed Billy Stewart and 3 of his band members, Norman Rich, William Cathy, and Rico Hightower. What a tragic event. Again, Billy Stewart died at 32. But please, do listen to the songs I Do Love You, Sittin' in the Park, Summertime. I personally also like Cross My Heart, which was sampled on Jay Electronica's Exhibit C in 2009. Also, when I dropped a short 1-minute Billy Stewart video several months ago, one person who dropped a comment directed me to a Billy Stewart version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That one, by the way, is another Billy Stewart performance that features no shortage of scat singing moments and radical twists and turns in the phrasing of the verses, and his vocal explosiveness is just unmatched. He's also got great range, and again, his timbre, his sound is near perfection. But yeah, his version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow is gorgeous. Give that a listen. Again, Billy Stewart isn't one of the names in soul music that we hear mentioned regularly, if at all. It was a short career with only a couple songs that have truly stood the test of time. But I really hope that over the years, his genius and brilliance are once again uncovered and get some type of spotlight. His voice and songs are really a joy to listen to. But let me know your thoughts on Billy Stewart, his life, legacy, his voice, and his songs. I'm Woog. Thanks for joining us.